Hello, everyone, and welcome to Henry P. Iba Court at Historic Gym on the campus of Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri. James Stanley with you for Game 2 of today's doubleheader as Westminster women's basketball program could not get it done against the Nebraska Wesleyan Prairie Wolves, but now we welcome in the Buena Vista Beavers, 4-5, 1-2 in the IIAC, as they take on the Westminster Jays, who are looking for win number 5 on the season. They come in 4-5, 3-1 in the SLIAC. They're coming off a formidable win against Fontauban on Saturday, and they will finish up their non-conference schedule here tonight, or should say here this afternoon, with the Beavers of Buena Vista. We'll first meet the starting lineups for the Buena Vista Beavers. Connor Winkleman from Marshall, Minnesota, the senior guard, 6 foot even, will start at the guard spot, as Todd Lawrence in his first year with Buena Vista will go with 4 guards today. Robert Hawkins will also start, the junior 5'9", 175-pound guard from Chicago, Illinois, and James H. Bowen High School, as well as Michael Demers. Michael Demars, 6'4", 175-pound sophomore guard from Storm Lake, Iowa. Joe Lind will start also at guard from Belton, Missouri, just south of Kansas City. And Timothy Jeffries, the guard from North Las Vegas, Nevada, graduate of Legacy High School, and he will start at the guard spot for Buena Vista. So that's Winkleman, Hawkins, Demars, Lind, and Jeffries. Meanwhile, for the Westminster Blue Jays, looking for win number 5 on the season, we'll start with Colin Kaywood at the guard spot, as today for head coach Matt Mitchell, it's 3 guards and 2 forwards. Kobe Wands and Carter Wands will also start at the guard spots. The brothers from Rolla, Missouri. Stu Hollinsworth at forward. He'll get some work down in the paint, as well as Romo Tab, the forward from St. Louis, Missouri. And that rounds off the lineup for Westminster. So Kaywood, Kobe Wands, Carter Wands, Hollinsworth, and Tab are your starters today for the Westminster Blue Jays. Business as usual. A team that kind of hit a little bit of a skid early on, but with a chance today to go back to 500 basketball and hopefully not look back through the rest of the season. Very sparse crowd here at Historic Gym. Being a 2 o'clock start on a Monday, most people are still at work. Students are on winter break. Their finals finished up on Saturday. And we got a skeleton crew helping out today with all of the production of today's broadcast on the Blue Jays Sports Network, as well as the scores table with all the students not being here. We got football coaches running cameras and doing PA announcing, as well as scorekeeping, and the Blue Jays will try to tip this one off. Romo Tab to face off against Timothy Jeffries. The ball being brought out to center floor, and the opening tip-off is won by the boys in dark blue. Both teams have blue in their uniforms, but the road dark navy blues, as a 3 fired up and missed by Michael Demars. For Buena Vista in the road navy blues with gold trim, white lettering across the front, and gold numbers with white trim. Meanwhile, for Westminster, they are in the home whites with powder blue trim, powder blue numbers, powder blue lettering, and a powder blue 3. Romo Tab opens us up early, 3-0 with 19:25 to play in the first half. Westminster on top. Good ball movement around the perimeter. And Stu Hollinsworth almost tying up Jeffries out on the right wing. Connor Winkleman thought about a 3, but they skip it out over to the far side. That's Hawkins as he just goes down into the paint. He's in for 2. And the first points of the day for Buena Vista. Kobe Wands just named SLIAC Player of the Week, the final Player of the Week honors for SLIAC in 2018. Just released about an hour ago. Fires a 3 and misses, so 3-2 with 18:40 to play in the first half, and Buena Vista down by 1. What a swing down to the left side. Here's Joe Lynn back up top of the key to Hawkins. Hawkins drives baseline, kicks it back out to Lynn for three. Missed and rebounded by Kobe Wands. Wands will bring it back up the floor on the near side. Here's a skip pass up to Carter Wands. He drives into traffic, now back outside. He passes the ball to Colin Kaywood. Kaywood looks like he's gotten a haircut since the last time he played. Hopefully we'll trim up his play. Carter Wands on the perimeter, pass it up to Kobe. Kobe inside to Stu Hollinsworth, and Hollinsworth is stripped. Coming away with it, here comes Buena Vista right to left. Down to the corner, Demers for two, and Buena Vista takes the lead 4-3 with 18 minutes to play in the first half. Romo Tab up top will pass it to his right, and they feed it around to the right side. Kaywood to Carter Wands. Carter Wands, the older brother of the two Wands brothers, Kobe the younger. There is a foul already on the floor. That'll be the first one of the game for either side. And they give a foul on the floor to Connor Winkleman. Originally it said 24 to Jeffries, but they changed that around. So Kaywood will have the inbound at the baseline. Looks it in to Kobe Wands, and a back up top of the key to Tab, and a swing it around to the left to Carter Wands. Carter Wands with a pass up top of the key from the left wing to Kaywood, to the right wing to Kobe Wands, then down to the corner. That's Tab. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Looks at it, goes to the glass, and puts it in for two. Westminster retakes the lead 5-4 with 17:25 to play in the first half. Meanwhile, Robert Hawkins guarded tough, brings the ball to the floor. Backdoor pass, open, it's good for Michael Demers. Demers with 4 points, and quickly Buena Vista retakes the lead 6-5. Zone defense for Buena Vista, leaving Carter Wands wide open on the far side. He saves the ball from going out of bounds and kicks it back over to Kaywood. And Kaywood down low to Tab, who drives into the paint and uses his big body and the lanky arms to poke it through for two. 7-6, Westminster retakes the lead, 16:47 to play, first half. Gym is extremely quiet right now, with not being very many fans in the dorm. Or pardon me, in the gym, not the dorm, but should say it's as quiet as a dorm, but not from the hot hand of Romo Tab. He has 4 points in the last two possessions. It's 9-6 Westminster on top of Buena Vista. Beavers moving right to left. Michael Demers with the pass off to the left wing. That's Joe Lind. Lind with the weave to Winkleman as Winkleman drives into the paint and kicks it back out to Hawkins. Hawkins creating space for Jeffries. Jeffries goes for the floater from the free throw line, barely touched the floor, and makes it a 9-8 lead back for Westminster. 16:03 to play in half number one. Kobe Wands brings the ball back up top at the key. Feeds it to Kaywood on a bounce pass, and back to Kobe. Kobe creating space. Here's a three for Romo Tab, and it hits off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Robert Hawkins, his first board of the day. Hawkins dribbles with the right hand with a pass off to Lind. Lind feeds it to his right, a chest pass to Winkleman. Winkleman guarded tough by Hollinsworth. They feed it back out to Winkleman, created space. Back to Jeffries. Jeffries to Winkleman from downtown. Too strong off the back of the iron, and a huge board as Romo Tab climbed the ladder, came back down with the basketball, secured it, and Westminster will bring it back up the floor left to right. Kobe Wands directing Tab to get down low, but very physical play here by Robert Hawkins. Tab gets open, and he elevates up to the glass. Could have jammed it if he wanted to, but instead goes for the layup, and it's 11-8 Westminster. 15:03 to play first half. Ball down to the right corner, held by Winkleman. He drives against Kobe Wands. Good hands-up defense by Kobe Wands. Now Thomas Jeffries tries a go. He can't get it to fall. With the ball rebounded by Tab. Blue Jays can tack onto their lead. Largest lead of the day has been 3. That's where it sits right now with 14:38 to go in the first half. Tab with the pass to his right. That's Carter Wands out on the right wing. Now he brings it up center of the floor. Back down to the right corner. That's Stu Hollinsworth. Swing pass around from Carter Wands to Kaywood. Back to Kobe Wands on the left wing. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Kaywood dribbles it back out beyond the perimeter, taking a couple of steps toward the basket. Now Kobe Wands fires from long downtown. Can't get it to go. He fired that one from Route Z on the way into East Fulton. Shot was too strong, and 11-8. The score still sits. There's Winkleman with the drive and kicks it back out for three. Hawkins too short off the front of the iron. It'll roll out of bounds, and Kaywood with the good awareness to not touch the basketball as substitutions come in for Buena Vista. With 13:59 to play in the first half, it's 11-8 Westminster. So far, Westminster 5 of 8 from the field, with Buena Vista shooting 4 of 10, 0 for 5 from beyond the arc. The Blue Jays have just hit 1 of their 4 shots from beyond 3. Blue Jays just have 1 turnover right now, and Buena Vista's capitalized on 2 points. But just under 14 to play in the first half. It's 11-8 Westminster. Tab hands it off to Kobe Wands out on the right wing, and here's a turn and give, a hook shot, but missed by Romo Tab and rebounded by the Navy Blue. The Beavers looking in transition, drive up the floor. Alex Rogers Jr. into the set. He's on the floor. It's a scrum for the basketball. And neither side wants to let go of it. They call a jump ball, and possession arrow sticking with the with the jerseys in white. And Kobe make that. Carter Wands has to take a seat on the bench. Maybe he got his nose knocked. And they have to go to Levi Woods from Wapapello, Missouri. Freshman from Puxico High School. Lots of fun names here involved with Levi Woods. Not to mention his name itself. 13:31 to go in the half, 11-8, Westminster on top. Kobe Wands walks the ball across the center line near side in front of the scorer's table. Now he drives to the baseline, open seam, and draws the foul on his way to the hoop. And they tag DJ McNeil, the guard from Litchfield Park, Arizona. Talk about your other fun name to work with, Agua Fria High School. Stephen Brandt into the set. He checks it in, and to Romo Tab goes the pass, and then off to the far side. It's Kobe Wands as he dribbles the right hand now with the left. Switches, finds a seam, up to the basket. Shot rejected by the rim. Garrett Stittner with the rebound. He's in out of the set as well. Talk about a doppelganger for Stittner. Looks like Jordan Dubinsky from Columbia College, but a long three. Alex Rogers Jr. connects with the rim from downtown, and we're tied at 11 with 12:53 to play in half number 1. Still early in this game, as Brandt getting some key minutes off the bench, as well as Levi Woods. Woods with a pass off to his right. That's Hayden Drace as he goes down low, but then kicks it back out, and the Blue Jays will reset with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Drace fires a three. Splash! Nothing but water. 14-11, Westminster back on top with 12:29 to play in the first half. Drace has to quickly get back on defense. They create space. Stittner from the other line, and that's Sittner. Sittner for three, and we're tied up back at 14. Sittner involved early in the scoring. Now Buena Vista has back-to-back three-pointers, as well as the Blue Jays, and that knots us at 14. Kobe Wands feeds it inside, but picked off, and it'll go to the other way by Brenton Gary. Lots of recruiting here for Buena Vista out of Arizona. With 12 minutes to go in the first half, 14-14 your score. Alex Rogers Jr. brings the ball up the floor, and a pass off to Gary. Gary down low, off the right block, and the Beavers lead for the first time today. Should say they lead for the first time since early in the half. 8 minutes into this game, 14-16, Buena Vista on top. Westminster with a weave in the backcourt. Rogers Jr. giving chase. Hayden Drace tries to pass it off to Brandt, and they feed it around the wing. That's Noah Hewitt. Kobe Wands from downtown. Wands, his shot clanks off hard off the iron, and a big rebound for Michael DeMars. Here's a drive. DJ McNeil down low, double team, turns and fires. Can't finish, but a big rebound down low, and the play is kept alive by Gary. Fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock for Buena Vista. Here is picked off. Here comes the SLIAC Player of the Week for two. It's good, and we're tied again at 16. 10:53 to play, left in half number 1. Kobe Wands giving hot pursuit to Alex Rogers Jr., and he fouls him, so See a couple exchanges of some high fives, taps on the thighs between Rogers Jr. and Kobe Wands. Good to see the good sportsmanship and competitiveness. Not getting chippy. Wands saying, oh, that's a pretty good way Rogers Jr. saying it's a pretty good way you're guarding me. I'll have some respect for that. Here's a three for DJ McNeil, and it caroms off the back of the iron, rebounded by Hewitt. Hewitt with the board. He gets involved awful lot off the bench as Hayden Drace comes in. Drace can't finish, but right down there is Hewitt to get the rebound, and Westminster resets. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Brandt fires from downtown, and Brandt switches the nylon. 19-16, and Buena Vista takes a timeout. Their first. Todd Lawrenson wants to talk things over with his team as they're down by 3, giving a good game so far to Westminster. We'll step away for a break with 10-12 to play first half, 19-16 Blue Jays. We'll be right back with more Blue Jay basketball on the Blue Jay Sports Network. Welcome back to Westminster College. Back in beautiful Fulton, Missouri. 50 degrees and sunny today. Not that it matters inside a gym, but we thank you for spending your Monday afternoon with us here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. James Stanley with you. 10 minutes to play in the half, and 19-16 your score as the three is missed, but Garrett Sittner gets some insurance by his teammate Brendan Gary. Gary creates the bucket opportunity for DJ McNeil. And 19-18, the score sets still in favor of the Blue Jays. Buena Vista not going away quite yet. Hewitt passes to his left, and that's Brandt. Brandt going down low, and Brandt charges. Brendan Gary took one for the team, the sophomore from Tucson, Arizona. And a Cavalier mustache and facial hair. He'll come out of the game, as well as Garrett Sittner. Buena Vista making a couple of substitutions, bringing back in Timothy Jeffries as well as Connor Winkleman. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Buena Vista working right to left. Here's a pull-up at the left elbow. What a find. Open for Jeffries, but he drives inside instead for the easy two-point bucket. He had everybody fooled, thought he was going to try one from downtown, and his 2 points gives Buena Vista the lead back, 20-19 with 9:05 left in the first half. Brandt will try a long three. Brandt spinner, swirls in and swirls out, and a big rebound for Connor Winkleman. Winkleman secures the basket, and here we go with the Beavers looking to tack on their lead. Jeffries, quick transfer pass to his right. That's to Rogers Jr. Jr. down low, guarded tough by Carter Wands, nearly turns it over. Now the ball's about to fall on the back floor, but quickly saved by Jeffries. 7 seconds on the shot clock, and nothing but nylon for DJ McNeil. The freshman from Litchfield Park, Arizona, knocks it down, makes it 23-19. Buena Vista with 8:25 to go in the half. Carter Wands kicks it back up top of the key. He and Galbraith play catch a couple of times. Here's Stu Hollinsworth down low. Hollinsworth nearly has the ball stripped away, but on his way to the hoop, he wanted to be fouled. That's the call he was looking for, but the officials won't give it to him. Instead, the ball rolls out of bounds off the hands of a Beaver, and with 8:13 to play first half, 23-19 your score. Westminster will have the inbound as Colin Cadewood checks in for Stephen Brandt. Hayden Drace comes out as well, and then comes Romo Tab. Cadewood into Tab, and they try to bounce pass it down low to Hollinsworth. Hollinsworth will not let go of the basketball, and they call a jump ball on the floor. And the possession arrow will be with Buena Vista. Looks like the towels on the far side of the floor are not quite being absorbent enough for Buena Vista. They got to get one of the Westminster towels, clean things up. 8:09 to go, first half. 23-19, Buena Vista leads. Hawkins stutter step, then drives, kicks it back out to Winkleman on the left wing, and he brings it back up top of the floor, guarded by Romo Tab. Bounce pass, no look to his right, that's DJ McNeil. McNeil takes a couple of dribbles inside, creates space for Jeffries. Jeffries creates space for McNeil, and McNeil drains a three. Found his beat, hit his mark. And the largest lead of the day for Buena Vista has come off the hot hand of three-pointers. Now 4 of 11 on the day for the Beavers. Kaywood looks good, and it is. Perfect view of it from up here for three, and Kaywood stops the bleeding a bit and brings Westminster back within 4 with 7:23 to go in the half. Romo Tab almost kicked the ball away as Winkleman gives it back to DJ McNeil, and McNeil walks with it, but he got poked in the eye, it looks like. So he's shaking that one off, and Westminster will avoid the foul. There was one to be called on DJ McNeil, or I should say one foul that DJ McNeil almost drew. 7:09 to go in the half. Blue Jays trail by 4. Hollinsworth on the perimeter. He's making a move to the basket as he sets a pick for Carter Wands. Now he goes down low. Here's Hollinsworth down low. DJ McNeil tried to strip it, and they're going to call McNeil for the foul. McNeil turns and looks at Todd Lawrenson for approval, saying, I wanted the jump ball, but couldn't get it to go his way. So that's the third foul on the Beavers and the second foul on Westminster so far. Very clean basketball game so far through the first 13 minutes. 6:56 left in the half, and 26-22, Buena Vista on top. Kaywood, transfer pass out of the left wing to Romo Tab, and Tab to his left to Kobe Wands. What a bullet pass found. They create some space for Kaywood, but he has to kick it back out to Kobe Wands from downtown. Wands is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. Took one for the team, and he'll have a chance to draw Westminster back within 1. They're down 26-22 with 6:41 to go in the half. Here's the first free throw. It's nothing but net for Wands. Kobe Wands, younger brother of Carter, and averaged 21 points per game last year. So he's now 2 for 2, and here's his last free throw attempt upcoming. Third free throw is good as well, and we're 1 point away from a tie ball game here at Westminster College. Hawkins into the set, and they kick it down to the left corner. That's Connor Winkleman. Winkleman back to Hawkins, and Hawkins zips a pass down to the right corner. With it back up top of the key is Sittner, and Sittner gets it to his left. A fire from Lynn, but he can't find it. Lynn maybe thought about another chance for a bucket, but they create space for Jeffries and swing around from Winkleman to Sittner. Sittner left wing, back up top of the key, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Sittner tries a three, and he drains it. Sittner from downtown, and it's 29-25 in favor of Buena Vista. Kaywood thought about a three, guarded tough, however, as the Beavers move from zone to man-to-man. Trap down low, Hollinsworth through traffic. He parks the car, and it's 29-27 with 5:34 left to go first half. Winkleman, what good ball movement by Buena Vista. Every possession more than at least 3 touches. And they fire another three, and it's nothing but net for Connor Winkleman. 32-27, 5-point deficit for the Blue Jays. And we're going to take a break here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. 32-27, 5:20 to go in half number 1. We'll be right back with the Blue Jays trailing. 5 minutes and change on the clock left here in the first half of play between Westminster and Buena Vista. We welcome you back to Henry P. Iba Court back in Fulton, Missouri. James Stanley on the call today solo for the Blue Jays Sports Network. Romo Tab with the handoff on the right wing. That's Kobe Wands. He brings the ball to the middle of the floor and the pass off to the far side. Carter Wands. Carter Wands down low. Stu Hollinsworth takes a couple of dribbles inside and can't get the shot to knock down. He is fouled, however, on his way to pay dirt. That'll be the 5th foul on Buena Vista. And the 2nd foul on Timothy Jeffries. He has to take a seat on the bench. Tab receives the inbound on the far side and kicks it up to the near side. That's Carter Wands. Takes a couple of dribbles around. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pass off to his brother Kobe down low. Kobe almost lost control, but turns around a three, and no good. Rebounded by the men in blue. Garrett Stittner with the board. Winkleman brings the ball up the floor. Pass off to the left wing to DeMars. DeMars feeds it down low. DeMars, his pass is blocked by Carter Wands, and he slaps it back out to Connor Winkleman. Winkleman now turns around, dribbles a couple of times with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Wide open three, open for DeMars, and he cans it. 35-27, it's an 8-point lead for Buena Vista, their largest of the day. Stittner feels it, he's clapping his hands as Carter Wands meets him in the backcourt. Kaywood, the pass up top to the right wing to Carter Wands, and they kick it out on the left wing. Here's Romo Tab, he goes down low, and he cannot finish. Rebound plucked out of the air by Stittner. What a baseball pass by Alex Rogers Jr., and a missed shot for Connor Winkleman gives the ball back to Westminster with 3:47 in the half. Blue Jays trail by 8. Air ball thrown up and picked out of the air by Robert Hawkins. Hawkins with the rebound, and Buena Vista resets. Winkleman thought about a three-pointer, instead gives it off to his right. That's to DeMars, and blocked out. Not today. Romo Tab kicked the basketball, so we'll have a stoppage of play here. And Stu Hollinsworth comes out, and checking in is is Jack Kitchens for Westminster. Kitchens to play some tough defense here against Buena Vista. Now he lets a man blow right past him, and the man is Michael DeMars. DeMars has 9 points, is 4 of 6 from the field, and leads Buena Vista in scoring. Meanwhile, Romo Tab leads Westminster with 11 points. Reset of the set, and down low for Westminster. Pass is picked off by Alex Rogers Jr., only 5'6", and he stole that one away from Romo Tab at 6'5". Nearly 11 inches on the man. Open space. DeMars for three. Too strong. Punched out by Carter Wands. Romo Tab came up with the board. 2:25 left in the half. Westminster trailing by 10. Kaywood feeds it down low. Bounce pass, and Romo Tab can't get the little roll to go. Hit off the side of the iron and rolled left. .17 seconds on the shot clock. Both teams taking this possession a little relaxed. Winkleman gives it to DeMars, and DeMars turns it over. Kitchens takes it the other way. Spin move, and he traveled with the basketball. Lost his footing near the free throw line. And Romo Tab has a big smile on his face. Hopefully it's not at the expense of Jack Kitchens. After the turnover, 1:46 to go. In half number one, it's 37-27, Buena Vista. Bounce pass into the lane. What a find, what a hoop. Brendan Gary for two. 39-27, and Buena Vista's starting to run away with this one early. Carter Wands, left wing. Dribbles between the legs and out to Kitchens. Kitchens back up top of the key on the pass to Carter Wands, and they feed it to the right. 3 sunk by Colin Kaywood. Kaywood, his second bucket of the day. He has 6 points. Now second in scoring on the Blue Jays. Couple of nifty moves down low for the Beavers. Just under 1 minute to play in the half. Ormo Tab comes up with the rebound, and the Blue Jays down by 9, 39-30. Carter Wands to his brother Kobe. Back to Kaywood from downtown. Kaywood, nothing but net. Kaywood for 3 points, and it's back to a 6-point lead for Buena Vista. Westminster connects on their 5th three-pointer of the game. About 11 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Not a lot that Buena Vista can do except for score. Bounce pass down low. Westminster got the block. I think Jack Kitchens had his hand in there. No shot clock now with 17 seconds left, and Westminster can make it a 1-score game into the locker room if they drain a three-pointer. 10 seconds left in the half. Carter Wands to his brother Kobe for 3. Kobe cannot drain the tray. 4 seconds left. Way too much time on the clock. Here's Rogers Jr. for 3. Jr. at the buzzer. Hits it off the glass, but no good. And that's how the half ends. 39-33. Westminster trails it into the locker room. We'll be right back with more of the second half here on the Blue Jays Sports Network when we return. 39-33 your score at halftime. As halftime winds down, the Blue Jays will take back over right to left, with Kaywood inbounding it to Carter Wands to start us off here. So far, the Blue Jays in the first half shooting 48% from the field, 50% from beyond the arc. Not a bad day at the office, but still find themselves down by 6 to Buena Vista. Here's a stop and pop for Hollinsworth, but Romo Tab puts it back up for 2. Has his teammates back, and Westminster starts out the scoring 39-35. 30 minutes into the final, 19:30 to go. Should say 30 seconds in. How will the Beavers respond? They work left to right in this half. And Jeffries down low, fakes out Hollinsworth and pops it for 2. 41-35. Beavers lead it back by 6. Kobe Wands sees out on the right wing, pass up to his brother Carter on the left wing. They give it down to the left corner to Romo Tab. Tab, skip pass across the lane. And a pass to Kaywood to Tab for 3. Tab too strong off the iron, rebounded by Michael by Robert Hawkins. Hawkins gets the board, and here's DeMars into the lane. DeMars double team, turns and fires, and sinks it. Back to an 8-point lead for the Beavers. 43-35 with 8:40 to play. Offensive foul called away from the basketball, and Westminster turns it over, so Buena Vista will take back over. Here comes Jack Kitchens into the game for Stu Hollinsworth. Hollinsworth will take a seat on the bench with just 2 points, 1 for 2. Kitchens, a tall drink of water, 6'6", 185 pounds, from New Bloomfield, Missouri. Right wing, here's a 2 for Connor Winkleman, and nothing but nylon. It's 11-point lead for Buena Vista. Buena Vista University with their largest lead of the day by 11. Carter Wands with the pass down to the right corner. Kaywood, 18:05 to play. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Kobe Wands with a handoff to Romo Tab as he goes down to Kitchens down low, and Kitchens has the ball poked out. Here comes the ball the other way. Jeffries coast to coast. Jeffries is fouled. Romo Tab will pick up his first foul of the day, leading the Blue Jays with 13 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Jeffries from Las Vegas, Nevada, the north side, has 6 points, his first trip to the free throw line this afternoon. Here's the first free throw. The Jim Quiets, and he clanks it off the front of the iron, no good. Buena Vista with a win today will improve to 5-5, 1-2 in the IIAC. Westminster, meanwhile, sits 4-5, same record as Buena Vista. Also looking for their 5th win and to go back to 500 on the year, but the second shot rims out and rebounded by Tab, so Westminster will have a chance to cut into the double-digit lead. Carter Wands brings the ball at the floor, drives baseline, right side, puts it up, count the bucket, and 1. Carter Wands, the senior from Rolla, Missouri, to shoot from the free throw line, a chance to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. That'll be the 3rd foul on Timothy Jeffries. He started this game, and looks like he'll have to come out, and DJ McNeil will check back in. Todd Lawrenson wants to make sure that Jeffries will be available later on. He may be limping a little bit as he comes toward the bench. There's the free throw. And nothing but net for Carter Wands. He completes the old-fashioned 3-point play, and it's 46-38. Buena Vista leading with 17:32 to play. Winkleman, the right wing, pass down to the far right corner. It's DeMars. DeMars back up top of the key to DJ McNeil. 10 seconds on the shot clock. McNeil with it on the right wing, drives baseline, stolen away, stripped by Carter Wands. Here he comes, dashing up the floor through traffic and throws it away out of bounds. Intended for for Colin Kaywood. That was Carter Wands throwing the ball away. 17:09 to play in the game, 46-38, Buena Vista leads. DeMars, pass to his left. Down to the corner to Joe Lind. Lind looking for the basketball on the left wing and give it to McNeil out of the right corner. McNeil trapped by Romo Tab, and they reset with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here's McNeil from downtown. McNeil clanks off the front of the rim. Rebounded big by Colin Kaywood. Kobe Wands flips the ball behind him to Romo Tab, and he gives it to Carter Wands. Carter Wands dribbles between the leg, no-look pass to his brother Kobe. Here's Jack Kitchen down low. Kitchen off the right block, and he is fouled down low by Brendan Gary, the sophomore. Kitchen's his first year in the program. He has started a couple of games this year for Westminster early on in the season, but when it comes to SLIAC play, we'll be getting some time off the bench. Here's the forward's first free throw, and it hits off the front of the iron, no good. Substitutions in for Buena Vista. Garrett Sittner gets his first playing time of the second half, as well as Alex Rogers Jr. checking in. Kitchen's at the line, 46-38, 16-20 to play. Buena Vista on top. Here's the second free throw, and Kitchens makes it. Blue Jays down by 7 to the Beavers. Rogers Jr. gives it to DeMars, and a weave out of the left wing. Colin Kaywood in pursuit. McNeil with 15 seconds. Passes to his right. Here's DeMars into the lane. DeMars has the ball swatted away. Kitchens loses it, but saves it. Through his legs, and Kitchens forces the turnover. Here come the Blue Jays right to left. Top of the key. Carter Wands drives low. Kicks it out to his brother Kobe. Kobe to his left. Pass off to Kaywood. Kaywood creating space. Has it stripped away by Roger Jr. And Todd Lawrenson not happy about the call here with the referees. They're calling a jump ball, and I think they wanted a over-the-back call against Colin Kaywood, and I can see where Todd Lawrenson has a case with the referees. He climbed over the back of him trying to save the basketball, and seeing as his player was tackled. But who said the basketball wasn't physical sport? McNeil. Hard pass, hard dribble, and Gary can't finish. Gary 0 for 2 on that drive, and Kaywood comes down with the board. Here comes Westminster right to left in the home whites. Carter Wands dribbles between the legs, then back out on top of the key to Kobe Wands. Kobe Wands a banana route toward the end of the line, and with 15 seconds on the shot clock, Romo Tab fires from downtown, falls on the ground, can't hit the three-pointer. And here come the Beavers in transition very quickly. DeMars, pass to Sittner. Sittner to his right. Rogers Jr. from 3. It's good. 49-39. Back to a 10-point deficit for the Blue Jays with 14:50 to play in the game. Blue Jays just need a hot streak of three-pointers. They can maybe feel a little bit better about this one as Romo Tab kicks it off to his right. Here's a pass and a jumper, and it's sunk by Kobe Wands for 2. Wands cuts the deficit back down to 8. Rogers Jr. and a couple of quick transfer passes around to DeMars. DeMars to Sittner on the right wing. Back to DeMars on the left wing, and DJ McNeil takes Sittner's spot as he drives down low, and it's rejected by Romo Tab. He blocked it. Not today goes the basketball. Tab on the other end. Tab can't finish. Kitchens scores. Kitchens with the putback, and it's a 6-point deficit for the Blue Jays. 14 minutes left to go. Sittner on the right wing, guarded tough by Kaywood. Gets it to his right, and that's Gary. It's Gary to Sittner, wide open from downtown. Clanks off the front of the iron, another board for Kitchens. Kitchens with his second rebound of the day, he's playing with 3 points. 1 from the floor and 1 from the free throw line. Should say 2 from the floor and 1 from the free throw line. Kobe Wands from 3. Kobe Wands nothing but nylon. And suddenly, the 10-point lead is cut down to 3. 49-46. It's a 6-0 Blue Jay run. Pass goes out of bounds, and Westminster takes back over. Potentially they could tie it on a three-point bucket. Buena Vista not making the best of decisions their last couple of possessions. We'll see what happens here. It's a one-score game. Westminster trailing by 3, 49-46, 13:09 to go. Long two from the elbow, missed and rebounded by Hawkins. Here comes Hawkins dashing through the floor. Hawkins up the floor. Pass off to his left, that's Winkleman. Winkleman to Hawkins, and Hawkins finishes. 51-46, and the lead goes back for Buena Vista. The lead regrows for Buena Vista back to 5, and Carter Wands draws a foul on his way to score. The foul will be on the floor, so the bucket will not count toward a couple of free throws. Stephen Brandt came in out of the break, and he inbounds it far and wide to Carter Wands. Wands to Hewitt. Hewitt checking in. Hewitt too strong, rebounded by Kitchens. What a board. Kitchens fights, and he travels with the basketball. Timeout on the floor. Called by Matt Mitchell, and we're going to step away for a break here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. 51-46, 12:33 to go. Buena Vista on top. Beavers take back over with 12:33 to play in the game, leading 46-51 over the Westminster Blue Jays on the road, and the team from Storm Lake, Iowa, trying to come away with their 5th win of the season today. Weave in the front court for Buena Vista, with Rogers Jr. down low, and he gets the 2 points to go. For number 3, Robert Hawkins, not Rogers Jr. Similar build for Hawkins and Rogers Jr. Similar play style as well. Kobe Wands gives it to Kitchens on the left wing. 1,000-point rebound, 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds for him at New Bloomfield High School. Floated down low into traffic, and Hewitt can't come away with the basketball, but a foul called against Buena Vista. They'll tag Robert Hawkins with the foul. That'll be Hawkins' 3rd. Rather make that his 2nd. Hewitt with the ball in the left corner. Dribbles behind his back now. Flip the ball back up top of the key. Carter to Kobe Wands, and back to Stephen Brandt on the right wing. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Here's a 3 for Brandt. Brandt from downtown. Too strong. What a board for Hewitt. Hewitt puts it up and is fouled on his way to pay dirt. He'll go to the line. Hewitt, no points on the day, has a chance to get in the scoring column. Of the 11 players used so far for Westminster today, 8 have points, and the 2 that don't are now Woods and Galbraith. Hewitt joins the scoring club. He's 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 0 for 1 today from the field. Westminster so far have made 5 of their 6 free throws as a team. And now they missed their second one of the day off the hand of Hewitt. 53-47, 11:30 to go. Buena Vista leads. Sittner works with the weave. Winkleman to Hawkins. Hawkins from the free throw line. Hawkins drains it. 55-47. Buena Vista sits on top, 11:11 to go. Kitchen sets a pick. Man, he's getting physical down low with Alex Rogers Jr. And they're going to call the foul on Alex Rogers Jr. I think there's any hard feelings between Kitchens and Rogers Jr. They know it's getting physical, getting a little chippy down low. That is the sixth foul, however, on Buena Vista, so they only have one more to burn before Westminster has 1-1 into the bonus. Kitchens sets a pick. Hewitt for three. Hewitt, splash! 55-50. And the Blue Jays are halfway to 100. Down by 5 with 10:40 to play. Ball on the other end. Turned over off the knee of Connor Winkleman. Minnesota native a little too zealous. Dribbling off his knee, and the Blue Jays down by 5. They could make it a one-score game with any score. I should say with any score from the field. It would take 2 free throws. Kobe Wands creates space for Hewitt. Hewitt dribbles in, then dribbles back out beyond the line. Intended for Kitchens, stolen away by Sittner. Here comes Sittner with a pass off as he'll try a three. Sittner drains it. Sittner has his 9th point of the game and a timeout on the floor. The lead back up to 8 for Buena Vista, 58-50, 10:07 to go. We'll be right back with more here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. (58-50). Buena Vista on top of Westminster on the road. James Stanley with you here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. Not the biggest crowd in the stands today, but Blue Jays women's program already 0-1 on the day and trying to make it a 500 day for the men's team. Not just in games on this Monday, but also on the season. Blue Jays looking to move to 5-5. Currently sit 4-5, but Nolan Hewitt for three, I should say, from the right corner, brings it back down to a 5-point lead for Buena Vista, just under 10 minutes to play. Sittner hands off to Winkleman, and Winkleman weaves it to Hawkins. Hawkins in the front court, drives toward the baseline, and is fouled. That'll be the 3rd foul on the Blue Jays so far in the half. Makai Galbraith comes in for Carter Wands. And Hayden Drace comes in for Stephen Brandt. Brandt was a top backup last year for Matt Mitchell, his 19th year at the helm of Westminster basketball. And here's a 2-pointer that's popped from 3 feet shy of the 3-point line, make it 60-53 in favor of Buena Vista. 9 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game, and here's a foul called against Alex Rogers Jr. That'll be his second. His first foul came just a couple minutes ago against Jack Kitchens, and now Westminster is into the bonus It'll be 1 and 1 for Kobe Wands. Wands' first free throw is good and gets some high fives from Hewitt and Tab. See if he can make the second one. It's good as well. Free throws could help Westminster climb back into this one. They have several to burn on Buena Vista. Only down by 5. This is anybody's game. Hawkins faked the pass here. He drives down by himself, and he's fouled. Possibly by Galbraith or Tab. I think they're going to give Galbraith the foul. And 2 shots at the line for Robert Hawkins. His first free throw hits hard off the back of the iron and no good. That is the first foul called against Galbraith. Local product here out of Fulton, Missouri, played at Fulton High School. Here's the second free throw, and it's made, so 61-55 with 8:55 left to go. Westminster trailing by 6. Kobe Wands walks the ball up the floor, right down the middle. Now he goes left side of the line, should say right side of the line, and he sinks a little floater for 2 points and back to a 4-point deficit. Galbraith trying to come up hard on pressure. Westminster went with the triple team, and that leaves it wide open for Jeffries to make a nifty move from the right corner. Jeffries scores his 8th point of the day, and it's back up to a 6-point lead. Here's a 3. Hits off hard on the front of the iron, rebounded by Drace. Drace can't get the ball to fall down, and Sittner comes away with the rebound. Sittner secures the rock. Here comes Jeffries, and Jeffries has the ball batted away, picked up by Hewitt. Hewitt flips the floor. Here come the Blue Jays right to left. Galbraith working into the paint with the ball on the right wing. Kobe Wands gives it to Tab. Tab goes down low, and Tab draws the foul, and he may have gotten poked in the eye. Hopefully he's not to come out of the game and have someone shoot these free throws for him. Looks like he's trying to blink it off. Tab will be shooting 1 and 1 with the 8th team foul called against Buena Vista. That's the first foul on Sittner. And Tab makes the first free throw, still wiping his eyes, so don't know if Tab will try to come out of the game. He is leading the Blue Jays in points, or should say time for the team lead with Wands, and he makes the second free throw to take the lead. 15 points on the day for him. The Tab will tough it out, stays into the set. Jeffries passes to his right, that's Lind. Lind out of the right wing, pass up top of the key, move to the hoop for Hawkins. Hawkins back out to Sittner. Sittner passes to his left to DeMars. DeMars to Hawkins down low, and Jeffries into the paint. Nobody saw him coming, and he sneaks a pass in for 2 points. 65-59, 7:20 to play. Buena Vista leads. Tab, here he drives to the hoop. Tab jams it! Tab got a finger jammed in his eye, and he jams the basket through the rim. Here's a response 3, and Sittner pulls the bow. Back to a 7-point deficit for Westminster. Just because they got the momentum, they got to figure out a way to come back on defense and get the ball back. Meanwhile, off the right lane, Carter Wands scores on the layup, and it's back to a 5-point game between Buena Vista and Westminster, 68-63. We'll step away for a break here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. 6:43 to go. 68-63, 6 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the game. Westminster trails it by 5. Welcome back to Henry P. Iba Court at historic gym on the campus of Westminster College. James Stanley with you on the Blue Jays Sports Network. Welcome you back into the final 6 minutes and 30 seconds of this one. Sitting around on the right wing, guarded tough by Brandt. He checked in out of the timeout, called by Matt Mitchell. And Hawkins goes down low, and his shot is rejected twice. Once by Carter Wands, once by the rim. As Wands will bring the ball back up the floor and dribble up to the middle. Finds Brandt. Brandt goes down low. Brandt floats it, but rebounded hard by Brendan Gary, and Gary becoming a force to be reckoned with into the paint. And a foul called on Brandt, his second, and 5 fouls on the Blue Jays with 6:06 remaining. Hawkins walks the ball across the timeline and into the front court. Pass off to the right wing. Jeffries and McNeil playing catch. McNeil almost turns the ball over as he fires a three. Hits off the front of the iron and rebounded out to Sittner. Sittner in the right place at the right time, pulls down the board. Hawkins thought about another three as he drives in, then kicks it back out with a fresh shot clock down to 20 seconds. McNeil finds a seam, pops on the free throw line, swirls in and out, rebounded by Tab. And Tab flips it to the near side, and Carter Wands will bring it back up the floor. Wands dribbles with the left hand, now to the right. Left again. Trying to get a pick from Stu Hollinsworth. He's guarded tough by Jeffries, floats it into Hollinsworth. Hollinsworth right side of the lane, hands up defense, wide open for Brandt to Tab, thought about the three, said drives to the baseline, and he jams it like Michael Jordan. We're back to a 3-point deficit for the Blue Jays. It's 68-65, 5 minutes left to go. Stolen away by Kaywood. Kaywood's fouled from behind. Sittner draws his second, and Kaywood to the free throw line. If he makes both of these, folks, it could be a 1-point game. 4 minutes and 53 ticks on the clock. Kaywood so far today, 9 points, 3 for 4 from the field, and 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. 0 for 0 from the free throw line as the first one's made, and the next foul will put Westminster into the bonus. So 2 free throws from here on out for the Blue Jays with 4:53 to play. Next free throw. And Westminster gets a gift. Jeffries last touched the basketball out of bounds. Right at the baseline. The free throw was missed. Brandt tried to get the board, and the referees blow the whistle saying that Jeffries last touched it. Westminster could tie with the 2, take the lead with the 3. Here's Tab to Kaywood. They swing around to the right side from Carter Wands, and Wands goes low to Romo Tab as he pops a 2. Can't come up with it, and Carter Wands comes away with the basketball. Here's Kaywood. Kaywood for the tie. Can't get it to fall, and Stephen Brandt called for the foul. Foul a little aggressive down low with the likeness of Michael DeMars. That'll be the 6th foul on Westminster, the 3rd foul on Brandt. So Buena Vista will have a chance to inbound it up by 2, 68-66 with 4:38 to play. Alex Rogers Jr. crosses the timeline. The pass off to the far side on the left wing. It's Jeffries. Gary tried to find an open man. Instead, just feeds it behind him to DeMars. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Jeffries on the right wing. Jeffries against Hollinsworth. Pushes Hollinsworth to the ground and scores. Hollinsworth looks at the referee, and the referee raises his eyebrows, saying no call. And it's 70-66 with 4:11 to play in the game. We'll be right back with the final 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Blue Jays down by 4. We'll be right back here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. 70-66, 4 minutes and 11 seconds left in this one. Westminster down by 4. We welcome you back to historic gym in Westminster College. James Stanley with you. Tab drives down low and is fouled on his way to the rim. That'll be a foul called on Brendan Gary, his second. Gary just takes a lot of space up down low into the paint and makes it hard for opposing players to get rebounds. Very physical player, very cavalier in his play. Not to mention his facial hair, but that's a point for another day. (70-67), lead cut back down to 3. Tab at the line looking for point number 21. He has it. 4 for 4 from the charity stripe in this game. And Buena Vista looking to tack on the lead just under 4 minutes to go. Faithful here, not that many for the Blue Jays, wanted a travel call, but here comes Jeffries down low and sinks it on the hook shot. 3:47, the clock is still rolling down. 72-68, Buena Vista. Kobe Wands passed it off to his brother Carter, and luckily he's there to keep the ball from getting taken away by Buena Vista. Stu Hollinsworth down low is fouled as he jams it. And that will be the 4th foul on Timothy Jeffries. Jeffries tied for the team lead in points with Garrett Sittner, so that could be a key loss for Buena Vista in the final 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Hollinsworth at the line. Here's the first free throw. He makes it. Carter Wands, Kobe Wands, Hollinsworth, Colin Kaywood, and Romo Tab, the original starting 5, out on the floor right now for the Blue Jays. Here's the second free throw, and it's canned. So it's back to a 2-point game, 72-70. The advantage still sits with Buena Vista. 3:22 to go. Ball is tapped out, but Hollinsworth caught a little too much of the wrist of Michael DeMars. DeMars will go to the free throw line, shooting 1-1 into the bonus. This could come out to an advantage for Westminster if DeMars misses the first one. Here's the free throw. And hits off the side of the iron, rebounded by Tab. Westminster could potentially tie it up with a 2-point bucket and take the lead with a 3. Carter Wands dribbles outside the perimeter of the pass off to the far right wing, and it's Romo Tab for 2. Tab can't sink it. It hits off the side of the iron, rebounded by Gary. Gary with the board. And Connor Winkleman brings the ball up the floor. Pass off to DeMars, and Winkleman with it back on the right wing. Winkleman drives to the baseline, creating open space. Here's a 3, too strong, and a rebound by Gary. Gary resets the shot clock with 2:42 to play, 72-70, and a timeout on the floor. Buena Vista led by as many as 11 in this game. Westminster's led by as many as 3. Had several lead changes, and Westminster trying to take the final lead with 2:40 to go. I recommend you don't touch that browser dial, as we'll take a break here. With 2:40 left, 72-70, Buena Vista on top on the Blue Jays Sports Network. Well, in case you're just now joining us, Buena Vista has led this game for the most part, and suddenly with 2:38 to play, Westminster trailing only by 2, 72-70. Blue Jays have to put up a big defensive stand and they want to get the ball back. DeMars, the pass off to his left to Winkleman on the left wing. Back to DeMars. Winkleman thought about a three, but instead they give it to DeMars down the left corner. He cannot hit the mark, and Westminster could tie it up once again. They've had 2 opportunities to do this in the last 5 drives. And we'll see what happens here. Carter Wands passes to her brother Kobe on the far right corner. Back to Carter, back into the right corner. And Kobe Wands nearly turns it away. Scoop and score. It's a foot race. Alex Rogers Jr. for 2. 74-70, the lead is doubled back up on the mistake made by the Wands brothers. 1:51 to play. Kaywood thought about a three. Here he goes. Here he makes it. 74-73. And Matt Mitchell, head coach of the Blue Jays, calls the timeout. We'll keep it here during the break. Run through some of these stats for you here. With that 3-point bucket for Kaywood, he has 13 points. 4 for 5 from the field. 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. Buena Vista's had trouble containing him from beyond 3. Hewitt with 9 points. Kobe Wands should say, with 14, and Romo Tab with 21. Jeffries into the set for Buena Vista has 12 points with 4 fouls, so he needs to be careful with how he plays for the Navy Blue and Gold. But 74-73, 1 minute and 44 seconds left in this one. Buena Vista into the bonus and Westminster in the double bonus. The Beavers will start us off on the next possession, moving left to right. Rogers Jr. walks the ball across the timeline, center 4. The bounce pass off to the right wing. It's Hawkins. Hawkins pulls up a 2 and swishes it. Still back to a 3-point game. Westminster has plenty of time to work with. Just under 90 seconds to go. Carter Wands gives it to Romo. Tab for 3. Tab from downtown. 2 strong caroms off the side of the board. Westminster trying to contain the basketball in the full court press. And a timeout called by first-year head coach Todd Lawrenson. Not sure how many timeouts are left for both sides. We'll keep it here during the break. And that timeout, I think, maybe helps out Westminster, because that play was awfully close to being called a foul against the Blue Jays. (76-73), 1 minute and 12 seconds to go in the game. Matt Mitchell drawing up something defensively for his team. Maybe they'll run the full court press. A little too early to start fouling. But this game very well could turn out the team that has the ball last will be the one that wins, given they can make the bucket. (76-73). And Sittner will come in out of the break. Comes over to the scores table and taps the side. Almost looked like he was tapping a buzzer on Jeopardy. I guess that'd be Family Feud. Out of the break. The Beavers will have the inbound at the baseline, and Westminster showing Brandt, Tab, Kobe and Carter Wands, as well as Colin Kaywood. Here's the inbound to Jeffries, and Jeffries trying to be trapped by Brandt, and the ball gets onto the front court finally for Buena Vista with 1:04 to play, and the Beavers leading 76-73. 1 minute left to go. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Jeffries down low. Jeffries has his shot blocked, and Brandt is called for the foul. He's not happy with himself on that call. That'll put Jeffries at the line. He's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. They'll have 2 shots with the 8th foul on the Blue Jays, and the foul on Brand is his 3rd, so the first free throw made makes it 73-77. The Blue Jays need a 3. It's right now on the next possession. Here's the next free throw. It's nothing but nylon. Jeffries with 15 points. Actually make that 16. He's now 2 for 4 from the free throw line today. Carter Wands has it on the right wing. Passes to Kaywood and down to his left to Brandt. Keep the ball around the perimeter. Good ball movement. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 36 seconds to play. Colin Kaywood from downtown fires an air ball out of bounds, and that'll give the ball back to the Beavers with 31.1 seconds. So after this possession, there will be no shot clock. Gary comes out as well as Jeffries. No, Jeffries remains in with 4 fouls. Blue Jays trailing by 5 and very close to potentially losing this one. There's a trap down low, and Sittner is fouled. Sittner has yet to make a trip to the charity stripe this afternoon. Sittner throwing a couple of fake free throws to get himself in line. He could put this game a little bit more out of reach. He makes just 1. Timeout on the floor and 2 full timeouts left for both teams. So in case you're keeping track at home, you can add that to your score sheet. 78-73, 27.7 seconds left in this one. And we'll be right back with the final under 30 seconds here on the Blue Jays Sports Network between the Westminster Blue Jays and the Buena Vista Beavers. Welcome back to historic gym on the campus of Westminster College. With the final 27.7 seconds left in this one between Buena Vista University and Westminster College. Both teams sitting at 4 and 5, looking for getting back to 500 basketball in the year, but both free throws made by Sittner from the free throw line makes it a 7-point game, and it's not looking good for the Blue Jays. They could really use the 3 here with Romo Tab on the left wing. He drives down to the baseline, kicks it back out to Kaywood. Kaywood left wing, fires the 3. It's airballed out of bounds, and I think that will be it. I think that seals the fate for Westminster, and the Blue Jays down to 14.7 seconds left in this game. Ball is impounded, and the Blue Jays won't even try, as Westminster falls to 4-6 on the year. And Buena Vista University comes in and knocks down Westminster by a score of 80-73 on the road. And the Beavers improve to 5-5, looking for play to improve with a 1-2 record in IIAC play. That's going to do it for us here for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us here on the Blue Jays Sports Network. For Sports Information Director Kirsten Carney, so James Stanley saying so long and farewell from historic gym on the campus of Westminster College. We'll see you next time here on the Blue Jays Sports Network.